out the live myself right now to some buddies, to some friends. And y'all get tapping because when we start tapping, hey Rebecca, hey Missy. When we get the tapping going, it lets other Black women know that we are having a conversation. Oh, and it says we're live on our other channel too. Welcome. Hey Tizzy. Hey Mika JJ. Love it. Y'all come on in. How are you doing? I'm Halicue Hannah. Welcome to the Hey It's Halicue podcast live. This is our live edition. During the week, sometimes exciting things come up that affect Black women of the 92%, and we get in here and we talk about it. We're going to talk about it as long as we can today. We're going to talk about it to as close to 10 or after 10 as we possibly can. I am Halicue Hannah. I am your host and the creator of the Hey It's Halicue podcast. It's available every place you listen to podcasts. And I'm a thought leader and I'm a content creator for Black women of the 92%. What does the 92% even represent? And in a couple of phrases, it represents literally how Black women turned out in the 2024 presidential election, but it has a lot more. It's gone a lot further than that. It officially jumped the shark around December. Things got to percolating. They got percolating really good. Like we had decided, we're doing things very, very, very differently from now on. When it comes to our politics, it is a holistic movement. It centers our peace. It centers our joy. It centers our rest. And that's one of the reasons we're talking tonight. Y'all know I will always come to the mic when people start trying to make demands on our time and our energy that does not belong to them. And thank you all for the tapping. Let us see how quickly we can get to 5K. Let's just see how quickly we can do it. Let's be efficient. And thank you all for sharing out the live. Thank you so much. I'm going to share it out to a couple of friends of mine. I hope they're able to come on in. I hope they're able to make it. Welcome to the conversation. Who just came in to get their daily heart me? Who just came in? Let me see that. Y'all fly in. That's another reason I love for you all to get your daily heart me. So it's kind of like coming to a party. I want us to think about it that way. Like tapping the heart. It really, hey, Dee, what's going on? Oh, and Sundiata, Dina. Hey, Dina just flew in at number one. All right. Counselor Cat Mom, you're here. Thank you for the roses, y'all. I don't got no flowers down here to give y'all back. Ooh. And I have all kind of sunflowers upstairs. Thank you, Dina. Thank you for getting your daily heart me. Thank you for the taps. We are going to be talking about the LA invasion and how it's a trap. You don't even have to be anywhere near LA. Thank you for getting your daily heart me. Y'all, I appreciate that so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you for getting your daily heart me. When you get your daily heart me, you're officially joining the family. We family. That's just how it is now. And after one more visit, one more live, I might allow you to go to the refrigerator without asking me. Y'all know in a Black woman's home, that is a very big deal. Hey, Jennifer, come on in. Jennifer's like, I would like to be able to go into the fridge without asking. I would like to get there. How are y'all doing? Hey, AJ. Hey, Abdul, how are y'all doing? Let me get these comments. Dee Dee's in here. I gotta be checking the comments. I don't know what I might say. Y'all completed the first stage. Oh my gosh, y'all, welcome to the family. We just completed the first stage of the club quest. I am so happy y'all are here. Keep tapping the screen. Share the live. When you're tapping, you're letting other Black women know what is happening. This is a protective space. This is a space away from the noise. I even do my best to keep our comments cute. I like our comments to be social. If y'all know each other, say hello to each other. Thank y'all for flying in and getting your daily heart rate. I appreciate that so much. Welcome in. Because I know y'all are feeling it, the tension, the rage. And it's always a day or two after the protest has started and people start noting, good evening. See how Jennifer came in and said good evening. See how easy that was. Y'all, let's say good evening. Let's say hi. Say chat to each other. I appreciate it. It doesn't matter how serious the conversation is or what we're talking about. Hey, little rooster, well, cock-a-doodle-doo. How are you? Welcome on in. I'm so glad y'all are up and we could hang out and talk for a little while since I found out y'all like to be up late, as I found this weekend. Hey, what's up, Dee? Mwah. How are you? Dee Dee's going to be going live. And I want you all to follow her. And you will also go up here to the little corner, say hi to each other, follow each other. Thank you for the little gummy. Y'all are in my gift gallery. Thank you for being in my gift gallery and for lighting it up. If we work at it, we will get ourselves as a community out of the D League. I'm shooting for C League for us. Black women in the 92% deserve for us to get into the C League. We're going all the way to A. We're taking this conversation national. We're taking it international. It's an important conversation we're having tonight. And I always want to make sure I create and I provide a safe space for us. Thank you for those. What's up, Dina? Thank you. You are so kind. You got me. Thank you. Y'all are the best. Thank you so much. And thank you for saying hi. Y'all, I'm excited about this conversation because you know what we're doing right now, Black women? We are being consistent AF. We're all on the same page about a lot of things, okay? And we're getting some pushback. It is always a day or two after the protest that we do not show up at because we're not throwing ourselves in the front lines anymore. These are lessons. Thank you. Oh, y'all, thank you so much. Thank you, Jennifer. Y'all are the best. Look at y'all. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are the best. And thank you all for keeping those hearts going. Oh my gosh, we're almost at 5,000. This is great. And it also feels like an energy connection. So thank you very much. Thank you all for liking and engaging. I'm going to try to make sure I can check out the chat over here too, so I can see everybody. Okay, so y'all, I felt a little stressed this weekend and I should have known because y'all know California is my adopted state. Y'all know I've lived in California for 13, 14 years. We lived here the first time we ever visited California. We lived back east. My husband and I met in New Hampshire where we went to college. Then we lived in and around like Massachusetts for years after college. And at that time, like he was in business school. And when he was about to graduate business school, everybody wanted to come out to the Bay Area and become internet millionaires. Y'all remember that? Like back in 2000, y'all remember that? That's when he graduated. So, and there were tons of nonprofits. Like my work was in domestic violence, sexual assault, reproductive health. That was my profession. Like that was my work. And I was like, there's tons of nonprofits. And they were flush. The nonprofits were flush with money because there were all these new entrepreneurs in and around the Bay Area, and they were getting all these stock options. So they were giving the nonprofits their stock options. I had some of the best jobs I've ever had in some of the best like nonprofit organizations. My husband was working for all of, this startup, like that startup. And then the bust happened. Y'all remember that? Like both of us lost, like we both lost two jobs. Like we both lost two jobs within like 2 years. One of these days, I'm gonna tell y'all that rags to riches story. But that's when we fell in love with California because after he graduated, we got in our little Toyota Camry and we packed it full of our little sad belongings and we drove cross country from Massachusetts to California. And I've always loved it here. And I thought, y'all know, I'm in an interracial marriage. I got little black biracials. And so we thought like California is a place we can raise our children. I can raise little black biracials. It's unbelievably diverse. It's beautiful. The air smells good here. And as many problems as we may have in San Francisco, we may have in Oakland, in and around the Bay, it's one of the most beautiful. San Francisco and Oakland are two of the most beautiful cities situated in the world. And y'all know I've been to almost 75 countries. I've seen a lot of countries around the world. California is a very, very, very special place. And I'm grateful. Is that I always say you can take the girl out of the South, but you cannot take the South out of the girl. I have never been more grateful for what I'm now calling the free state of California. Like I'm very, very, very grateful to my state. And is it expensive to live here? Yes. Is it riddled with bureaucracy? Yes. But it's black and it's Asian and it's Latino and the food is good. Like the food is good. It's beautiful here. I will never forget when we first pulled up to our little town. My sister-in-law lived here. That's why we came back to the Bay Area after all that time. Because when we both lost our jobs. Like my husband took a temp job and he was working a temp job for like genealogy.com. And then that was purchased by ancestry.com. Howdy, folks. Thank you all for the gift gallery, for lighting up the gift gallery. But I'm telling you all this to give y'all some context as to why I love California, because I do talk about Mississippi a lot, but I'm the mom of California girls. I will never forget when we first got here, my oldest daughter was like making friends, and there's something called surf camp. You can drop your children off and surf pros will take your children to a beach and they will sit on surfboards with them all day, just pushing them on the waves saying, go dude, dude. And then they'll feed them organic hot dogs, shower them, and then bring them back home. And when that first happened, looked at my oldest and I said, "You're welcome. You're welcome." We had just moved here from London. And she goes, "Mommy," because she was still stuck with that. "Mommy, what do you mean?" I was like, Mommy, I moved you to paradise. You get to go to surf camp. You're welcome. You lived in LA for 8 years." I mean, it's just a special place. And the reason I like the Bay Area in particularly, and we're going to jump into it. We're going to jump into the LA invasion and House of Trap for Black women. But first, I want to tell y'all why I love my adopted state. It was different. It was a challenge. Um, but it's a place like I'm a small town girl, y'all. Like I travel all over the world. I like to think I could sit down and I could talk with anyone anywhere, but I'm a small town girl. Like New York stresses me out. I've never been, "Hey, Aunt." Yeah, yeah, hey, Posh. I love California. Oh my gosh. I'm currently in North Carolina, but I plan to move to California and it's going to be expensive, but it's worth it. We are the free state. Thank you. It's time for a wash too. It's time for a wash. Um, Thank you. You grew up in Central California as a kid. It's different, it's special. Even as all you got to do is listen to Ryan Coogler talk, listen to Kendrick Lamar. We all remember West Coast rap from like the 90s. And when I tell you it's beautiful here, it smells good. There's something about it, and it feels like a small town. Like the Bay Area feels like a small town to me. And I love it. I love it. Oh, Miss Doves, thank you. I've been really reconsidering moving back to the South. I dream actually of buying my grandma Halicue's house and living out my days there. I dream of that. I don't know. That came to me in a dream from my ancestors. And I was very upset when I heard it because I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I could absolutely find my grandma's house and I'm pretty sure I could buy it. But I'm like, what am I supposed to do? So I dream of that. Used to party at Stanford. Uh-oh. Really? Oh, did you now? Oh, did you now? Indeed. But I'm not leaving. I told my husband we aren't moving south until they get it together, and they might. If people would just listen to Black women, we are America's early warning system. And ever since the election was a portal. That is what this week's podcast episode is about. The election was the portal. It was the disappointment and the pain that cracked us open and broke Black women down to the foundation so that we could emerge anew. In tarot, we would call it a tower moment. The tower had to fall. There's another card, the death card. Death means that something has lived out its purposefulness. You guys have been sending me these beautiful roses. If I had a rose here, I can enjoy that. When I cut that rose, I have a limited time to enjoy that rose. It doesn't matter what I do to it. If I try to shock it, the rose has lived out its purposefulness. It had a season. You know the way the aunties used to say, people come into your life for a reason and a season. The old way of Black women doing things and thinking politically, being like dragging people on our back, accepting the yokes and just still carrying the conditioning from slavery that we'll just do the work. If y'all won't do it, we'll do it. We'll do it. And the election opened a portal that changed things. Things have changed for Black women. And at times like this, and so one of the things that's changing is rebirth. Thank you. Thank you. Excellent. Yes, that's why we grow our own roses now. Okay, smartest girl in class. Put in that comment. There you go. Smartest girl in the class. Yeah, we're really done. And y'all, when this happened this weekend, and I got to tell you, I tell y'all we rest our central nervous systems. We got to people talk about like reworking neural pathways. Black women as a collective conscious, we got to rework our neural pathways. And the disappointment of that election was a thing that broke it open so we could do it. Politics is just going to be the beginning. And by the way, we always vote. Y'all know what I'm looking for. We always, come on. Don't try to, y'all, we're not, yeah, do you go swimming as rest? You're water baby. I'm always fascinated by people. My daughter, my oldest, the lanky Libra is like that. Something happens to her in the water. She's the one that's the surfer, like for real. Like, so some y'all water babies, y'all, something magical be happening, y'all. We need peace. We're going to be building something in this space that we have set for ourselves, okay? And we're choosing peace over panic. And when it comes to how we're active and we do activism, and this is in the light of the LA invasion this week, we're going to do things differently. We are going to be doing strategy over spectacle and sacrifice, because that's been. My daughter is 17, which really has me seriously considering Cali. I got to tell you, all I can say, all yeah, I really think of California now as the free state of California. Hey, the Lost in Translation podcast. Are y'all getting to know each other? Y'all make me so happy. Get to know each other. Say hi. Because if people are in here, this is a vibe. Y'all know it's a vibe. Y'all know I'm a human ray of sunshine. Yes, peace over panic, strategy over this spectacle and sacrifice. So y'all's stunt queen in chief is running his mouth again, right? Sending troops into LA, threatening our boy Gavin. I got to tell you, there's nothing like having a mean, pretty boy. I find pretty men useless. I don't care for pretty men in general. I dated one once, and like, life ruiners. Somebody's got to marry him, but it won't, it won't be. Somebody's got to marry him. It won't be, it's not going to be me or mine. But Gavin, Governor Newsom, he's pretty and he's rich and he's mean. I would talk about Governor Newsom more, except I might run into him, like, legit. Like, the little town he lives in is like, I live around there. Like you could. My husband has run into Governor Newsom at the freaking farm shop, like having a pizza. Like, this is where they come to do all the fundraising. He is so pretty boy, but he's big and tall. He's a little bit masculine. He had to be. Y'all know he used to be married to Kimberly Guilfoyle. Y'all know that, right? Y'all know that, right? Y'all know my boy used to be married. Y'all used to be married to him. I think, yeah, and when he stands next to y'all stunt queen in chief, y'all know y'all stunt queen in chief is a stunt queen. He can't stand when nobody's prettier than him, taller than him, handsomer than him, T2 white. And in general, I ain't got no use for pretty men, but I like my pretty governor. I love my pretty governor. And I know, and if there's one thing I think is real, is a white man's ambition. And that man wants to be president. And in order to be president, he's got to fix some things, some big things in California. He's got to fix homelessness. Oh, thank you, Dina. He's got to fix homelessness, but I believe in his ambition. So I think he's going to bring everything to bear that a rich, ambitious, pretty white man who has his eye on the White House. I love the way he was like, come and give it, y'all. Thank you for coming and getting your daily heartbeat. I appreciate it. Let's keep the tapping going. I know we can get to 20,000, y'all, before I got to go to the airport and pick up my husband. I know we do. But first of all, I just want to say, with y'all stunt queen, right, they get what they want. I'm just saying, he definitely wants to be president. So, hey, if your ambition is going to help really establish the free state of California, and you got to be a big dog. That's why it was so awesome that Kamala was our attorney general of the fourth largest economy in the world. If the home states y'all are in, a lot of y'all are from blue states, but if stuff starts getting hairy in y'all's home state, just come to the free state of California. It's plenty of room for everybody. It is. There's plenty of room for us here. We're the fourth largest economy. We got enough for everybody. Y'all just come here. And I'm happy to be here. But we know that he does stuff like this. So he sends the National Guard. He tries to militarize the whole thing. And y'all, I be forgetting the difference between like LA and the Bay Area. I keep forgetting, like, people be in that life. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they're in that life in LA. So you just see people gathering. And I was like, oh no, I hope nothing pops off. Like, because that's all these people. That's all he's doing. And y'all, the reason this is happening is because Elon is making him look crazy. I think Elon has access to everything and can tell everything and can tell on everything and has proof of everything. His tariff situation is a mess and has been finally flushed down the toilet. And now that Elon's mad, I don't know if they're going to get that big, awful bill passed, y'all. I really don't. I'm a big girl, bright red. You're in a big old bright red state. Y'all know I'm from Mississippi. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I feel your pain. I do, honestly. I do. And to be fair, even though I live in the bastion of like progressive politics, because I'm not joking, y'all know Speaker Pelosi lives like right over the bridge. And they do in my county, they just do a lot of fundraising here. That's where I met Kamala Harris. At a fundraiser. My husband bought the ticket for me. The tickets were so expensive that it didn't make any sense for us to buy two, so he bought it for me, and I got to meet her, and y'all, she's, like, petite, and she smells so good. She smells so delicious, and her hair does smell like she be getting them silk presses, like, daily. Cause you know when, like, a French pre you know when you get your hair straightened and it smell crisp? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it smells like crisp, clean, delicious anyway. Hey, yes, I'm back. Hey, real sis, how you doing? But anyway, this is to say all of his policies are going to garbage. He looks crazy. It's nothing but straight incomes, running the show. Everything is looking awful. Russia, oh, there was the big humiliation with Ukraine. Ukraine clearly making their own moves, planning really complicated maneuvers inland, like into Russia, without telling the White House nothing, which y'all really should let y'all know where we are in the global stage, that people don't do nothing without asking our permission or briefing us. So things are going horribly for him. So what does he always do when things are going horribly? Must put our boot on the black and brown people, haul more people out of here, give them more spectacle, make their base feel like, well, at least we're doing that because his numbers are in the toilet. And the only thing he's getting high numbers on, which tells you about the state of the character and the intellect of most of this country, the only thing he's getting high marks on is what he's doing with immigration. That's it. So that's why he's got to crack that up. And it's a trap. They want to escalate tensions, so we'll see black and brown bodies murked in the street, and then all of us will get out there, and then they'll have a reason to just mow us all down. That is what that he oh, it fell up the stairs. Thank you. I hope that wasn't too loud because I did just clap like really hard, like on YouTube. So I'm really sorry. Fell up the stairs. It's looking bad. Thank you all for keeping the tapping going too. And thank you all for sharing out the live. Y'all know if there's another black woman in the 90% you think might need this conversation, because I got some tips and some things because they're trying to make us feel bad. That's always happens whenever there's a protest. And again, black people like, we're not doing that. Stay home. I hope everybody was on the phone and on the email and on the little group chat telling every black woman you know in LA to sit down. We're going to talk about some of the things that we can do to still do our activism, but also take care of ourselves. Y'all noticed last Sunday, I was so stressed over everything that was going on because I'm like, Lord, if he'll send a National Guard into LA, he'll send them into San Francisco. It's like it's like the other big city. They like to talk bad. They like to talk bad, but they like to talk bad about us because of our deep history, our beautiful, beautiful history of like the gay community here and liberality of thought and love and practice. So it's another place. And I was like, Lord, like I'm ready. I'm like, if they gonna bring it here, of course they're gonna bring it to California. Of course they would. We're the freest thinking, like bluest state. So I was stressed. So I was like, what can I do? I made a video about it. And it's interesting. The app kept taking that video down of me saying that what I was going to do to support and to do something out of love for California. Now the Marines trying to come to do because I wanted to do something to show my love for my adopted state. I was like, what can I do? How can I support? But I'm not going to I'm not going to be a hypocrite. Black women, and I was like, I'm not going to, but I want to do something, and I want to do some giving of something because the way my spirituality is kind of set up, I believe in order to receive, like we just have to be generous if we want it to come, like if we want it to come back. And there's so many ways you can be generous. You can literally gift somebody with a smile or a hug or like a warm word. I'm very good at that, actually. I'm very good at that. And so I feel like you need to do something because I was like, what can I do for California? And I was like, the farmer's market. My daughter's recovering from her soccer injury because we have a big, beautiful farmer's market. I'm never able to go because I'm a soccer mom. Like just the weekend is you going to go watch them play, or you're cooking, or you're chaperoning something or something like that. So I've never been able to go. And I was like, yes, I can give money directly to small businesses. I can look and see, is this a black business? Is this a brown business? Like I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go right over here and thank you. Whatever this is. Here's a tip. Love you. Keep hope alive, like do something for my state and do that. And I did, because that's how much I love the state. So like you want to do something, and that's what I did. I was like, that's what I did. Get your Get your lattes ready, ladies. Oh, I like that. I can murder a latte right now. It's too late for me to be drinking coffee. Y'all know I can actually drink coffee late into the night. I'm one of those people. Oh, that's so kind, Ari. That is so kind of you. But listen, like whatever happens, and hey, y'all, let me reset really quickly. I'm Halicue Hannah. I'm a thought leader and I'm a content creator for Black women of the 92%. What that basically means is Black women that can be trusted we've established ourselves at 92% as Black women that did what we were supposed to do when it really mattered. Something we're hearing out here in the zeitgeist is all Black women do, all y'all did was vote. What are you doing in the meanwhile? To which I say, that's the most important thing you could do, sir. That's what people not voting is why we're here. Also, where the hell is Jill Stein? Okay, thank you for the roses. Thank you. Is it like the 100 Black Men's Club? Wait, did I just miss something? Is what like the 100 Black Men's Club? Did I miss something? Run that back. What did I miss? Someone called. They didn't know my show was on. Yes, we up. We up. We are talking about the 92%. We're talking about protesting and about why we're not protesting, and people are just gonna have to deal with it. We always get to this point where again everybody turns around on us, and I realized, I'm like, oh right, I just made a post about it. Oh right, everybody is really stressed out and they're angry because of the protests out in LA, which actually turned out to be quite peaceful. And there was a little rabble rousing, but it was kept well within like bounds. This was an overreaction. This is an attempt to provoke people, to foment violence. And I think one of the main reasons violence isn't happening is because Black women aren't there. Black people aren't there. Just stay safe. But people, especially when they find themselves having to form their own movement, nobody knows what to do. They're very uncomfortable. Do y'all know why they're uncomfortable and why they start getting mad at us? Why they start getting on the internet talking about, well, all y'all do is vote. What else are you doing? We need to come together. Now is not the time for division. Now's the time for solidarity. Oh, really? Because Black women, like, we cared so much about solidarity. And there's some of us, y'all know, with some of us in certain tax brackets and certain professions where we'd have good reason to vote for the other side. If for no reason, then for finances. But did Black women do that? No. We do what we're supposed to do. We pay our taxes. We vote for the least of these. I protest at home with my coffee and my cat. I am pro cat at home protest. I am. They burned American flags, looted. That wasn't peaceful. It was very peaceful. I promise you it was peaceful. And we're allowed to burn the flag in this nation. Sorry, we just are. There was nothing that was out of line about what happened. There will always be people rabble rousing, but then you don't send the National Guards down there. Everything about what this go rodeo of an administration, and exactly, but they just had black fatigue 2 weeks ago. Smartest person in class. That's going up to the top. Smartest person in class. Thank you. Hand clap for that. Let me find my buttons. And you all know we have a subscriber community. I love making not those effects. I want sound effects. We have a beautiful subscriber community. We have a goal of 17 subscribers. I make subscriber only videos that I actually love making. Y'all, I'm going to found. There they are. I need a clap and a cheer for the smartest person in class whose post that I just pinned. And I would love for you all to join the subscriber community. We have our own little back channel where we can DM. And I love making videos just for y'all. And I actually ask y'all's opinion on a lot of stuff. But exactly, they just had Black Fatigue like 2 weeks ago, and people get angry, they get upset. And their anger is very misplaced. It's in the wrong place. White women that are angry, y'all got your own sisterin and your husbands and your children and your sons you got to work with. Latino women, you got your men you got to talk to. And I know it's different when we're from different countries and different nationalities and different cultures. And I know the Latino community in California went overwhelmingly blue. But we can all admit that there's some issues in the community y'all got to figure out and you got to work out that we can't do for you. You know what? And one of the things I talk about in this last week's podcast episode, y'all go listen to it. New episode is up, Spotify, Apple Podcast. Thank you all for keeping the hearts going, and thank you for sharing out the live. I got to keep an eye on the time because I got to roll out not too long after 10. Keep an eye on the time. Oh, and you all, thank you for the follow. Thank you all for joining the family. Y'all know when you follow, when you go get your daily heart me, you're officially part of the family. Welcome, 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 welcome. And to reset again, I'm Halicue Hannah. We're talking about how the LA invasion is a trap and how Black women have enough sense, and we're going to keep having enough sense to stay away from these protests for lots of reasons. We can be activists in other ways. Let me give you one of them. And what we can do to stay sane. Seriously, like I just told y'all about the little farmer's market trip. That was how I could stay sane. I could do something that was nice for myself, and I could give some resources to Californians, Black and brown Californians. Boom, just like that. I cannot shop on Amazon. I cannot shop at Target, and I can go here. I can do that. That's how I can do that, because that's what's making a difference. I bring this up all the time. Y'all remember who we saw in the front row of that inauguration? It was billionaires. So that's one of the ways and that's safe. We can do that from our own homes. Another Black creator on here, a gentleman, was saying, we need y'all. The corporate media is dead. It's gone forever. Like it's gone forever. Y'all know Hawk on here? Hawk gets more views than CBS does on YouTube and on TikTok. Like, so there are some Black women, there's some among us that, a job you can do is keep an archive, report the news, even if it's on your TikTok channel of 200 loyal followers. Make sure you record what's really happening. Y'all, this is what's really happening. The media might be falling, but what happened today was this. Being griots in our own, they're trying to erase us, our history. Some of y'all are historians. Make your website, do your blog, write the book. Make the art. Like there are things that we can do to be active and activists from the safety of our own home. We do not have to throw ourselves on the pyre of this country that wants to burn itself down. And I'm not going to apologize for it. Right? Local businesses are just better. I know I miss what Black Twitter used to be too, but I got to tell y'all ain't nothing on Twitter. I used to love Twitter. Imagine somebody like me. Like I love words and talking and a hot tweet. Black Twitter there's nothing like it. I still go back and look at some of the old like Black Twitter twins, and I hurt myself laughing. I used to love Twitter, but it's a toilet bowl now. Although it's gonna get spicy now that Elon and what's his name are fighting. It's gonna be spicy, but we'll get all of that on TikTok. They'll put all the good tweets. They'll put all the fire tweets that exist, but there's just too much. It's kind of a toilet bowl now. Yeah, America's crumbling. That's for sure. This is not a good look. It's not a good look. And when I was abroad this spring, a lot of people asked me a lot of questions. So this is our support and our safe space tonight for us to know and to understand that things are different for Black women now. We get that y'all are very uncomfortable because the people, Black women, that are normally in the front of the movement, getting ready to face the dogs and the fire hoses and the shields and the batons, we're always in the front. We're in the back. We're doing the organizing. We're trying to get bail together. And we're not there. So I get that they're stressed out. And you all, thank you so much for keeping the taps going. If we could get to 20,000, I know. But what can I say? It's good. The algorithm knows we're having a good conversation and it wants to know that it's like a flowing conversation. And it also helps me feel like y'all are picking up what I'm putting down. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all understand what I'm saying? It kind of helps me. So I want for us to take, thank you all so much. Y'all is the best. So I want us to take care of ourselves. It matters. Our central nervous system. People got to stop. I said this in the video tonight. I hope y'all like it, by the way. The reason everybody is so bent out of shape, because you would think like we're only Black women, we're only half of like 13% of the population. Like, why is everybody so mad? Y'all, we do a lot of work. We are on the forefront of everybody's movements, doing all the work. And now that we're not there, people do not know what to do. And their reaction is to be angry at us and try to make us feel guilty, but they don't know. Black women been listening to Halicue and other Black women of the 92%, other content creators out here. Y'all been listening to the Hey It's Halicue podcast, which is available on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube Music. Y'all been listening. Y'all know guilt don't work on us no more. We also, you're not gonna worry us to death either. You're not gonna worry us to death either, because that's what y'all stunt queen is trying to do, just trying to stress us out. Keep looking over here, look over here, look over here. Black women's time and attention is valuable, and this is an attention economy. They'll say anything, he'll say anything to keep us looking, to keep us tuned in. What's he gonna do next? What's he gonna do next? We don't do that anymore. We're approaching our spirituality different. Okay, we're kind of getting into tapping into the divine within and our collective consciousness as Black women. We all feel pretty good about what we're doing. The more we stick together around this, the more confident we feel in it. We are starting to realize this, since we're such influencers anyway, we might as well put ourselves first. We might as well, when we're all humble and submissive, y'all drag us back to the cave ages. Might as well start putting ourselves first. Might as well start believing our own PR. All y'all do is copy and steal from us. I realized a lot of people feel entitled to Black women. They just do. And I get it. I even said that in the video. I was like, I promise you, I get it. Y'all are wild. A lot of people are wildly uncomfortable. People are uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable because not only do we do this work and we're wildly efficient, we are a vibe. We start hand holding and singing. Everybody starts feeling like one for a minute. We're a vibe. Yeah, I get it. And we're not there no more. I understand. I would miss us too. Black women are, as a Leo, I'm telling y'all, I get this. Like, that's why I really try hard. If I'm your friend or like, I love you, man, I do not want to break up with you. I don't want to break up with you. You're going to really miss me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fix it. And y'all truly, sometimes I think it just, the Black bottom line of this is that Black women have learned after that horrible, horrible election that it is just not our medicine to administer. You know, the way like Mark Lamont Hill, Deontay Kyle, how brilliantly what they're doing with their audience, like Black men, they're not over here trying to talk to us. They just defend and protect us and assume we're telling the truth. And the people they're trying to hold accountable are men, right? Because it showed me, I'm like, see what else happens when Black women, just when we let the people that are supposed to handle their business, see what happens? Our men start remembering themselves. Our men start holding themselves accountable. Look what happens. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to let the people that need to learn lessons. Y'all need to get scared. You need to get scared so you get motivated to learn how to fight. So you learn how to fight truthfully. These nails make it hard for me to maneuver back here. Thank you guys, like, so much. Thank you so much. So that's where we are. And this is a trap, and people are mad, but they're going to be okay. And this is our space. Oh, you know what? I need to do one thing, guys. Let me make sure the phone's not going to die. Let me make sure I get that right there, because that would be a shame. So we are taking this safe space to just remind us, Black women, no matter how they come at us, because this always happens. This always happens. And I think this man is going to keep trying this. Like trying to invade like blue states and blue cities and try to embarrass like mayors, because things are not going well with his policy or with his base or with us on the international stage. So we really yeah, so 92%, listen, I went to the farmer's market. Y'all ain't got to do all that. But y'all ain't got to do all that. But what we're going to do is protect our energy like currency. Okay. We're going to cut back on the doom scrolling, mute certain keywords. Okay. Y'all don't need to see every clip. Y'all, all you got to do, if you watch two Aaron Parnas or one Danny Lime clip for the day, or watch Hawk, like one of those four people, or if you watch one clip for all four of them, you got the news. You got to, yeah, I totally believe you that he's breaking constitutional law. He has no idea what he's doing. Yeah, like do the filter. Like I do too. It's wonderful. Y'all know some content creators actually they actually do all this provocative stuff so people will argue in their comments. Like I mean, I want us to have conversation, like dialogues, but I don't want us like fighting each other. I want us Black women, our nervous systems are sacred. I want us to work on our regulated breathing. There's an actual app. There's a woman on here. Her name is Katara. She actually made an app. Now, I do think there's a subscription, but it is literally breathing exercises and mantras and affirmations for Black women. Like, like our nervous systems are sacred. They want to keep us in a panic, and we're not going to do that. And we're going to redirect our power with purpose. Y'all go to my last post. If you want to support immigrant communities, there are things that you can do. Y'all can, but we can become supporters of the immigrant relief and emergency funds and hotlines from our house. We can do that from our house. You can be a supporter. If there's a campaign they're trying to get out, you can be a voice. You can be a mouthpiece. Oh my gosh. She says her nail tech said, and y'all get along really well. And she asked me why Black people aren't doing anything. I'm telling you, people are stressed. She's like, are the Black people going to come fix this? Because they normally come fix these things. No, we're not. Mm-mm. No. But to make an impact, we are going to give our support. Join the mailing list for the California Immigrant Policy Center. www.CAIMMIGRANT.org. Tell her that's what Black women, that's what we're doing. Or tell her this. Tell her we're making sure that on our platforms, like, hey, it's Halicue and my podcast, we are letting people know, hey, the LA Rapid Response Network hotline is 1-800-No. 1-888-624-4752. I'm going to put all of this on my stories. And the contact information for SIPC, which is what I call it, the California Immigration Policy Center, is going to be on my most recent post. That's what we're doing. But what we're not doing is holding banners and singing and all that at a protest, because these people do not care about y'all signs. They're only going to be using y'all as target practice. And I think the only reason things even haven't gotten haven't gotten really violent, because yeah, he pulled out the National Guard and is threatening to send Marines. Yet no violence happening. And Black people aren't there. So that's what we're doing. And y'all, like, I'm not joking. When these images and this chaos and all this comes in, like, yeah, like we're real people with real lives. We care about this stuff, but we're Black women, we're too smart to keep doing things the same way and expecting different results. We really tried dragging people over the line to freedom and to equity and to living out the ideals outlined in the Constitution, Declaration of Independence, Bill of Rights. We really, like, no one has tried harder. That's why I love Beyonce owning the American flag and Black people wearing the American flag. Like, we have bled seriously. Only less than the indigenous people has more blood and sweat been spilled into the ground by Black people. We are bound to this soil. We just are. It's why we're so unique. We have African antecedents, and that lives in us. But as Black people in America, we are wholly different than any other group of people, as can be seen by the diaspora wars that we are into on a daily basis here on this app. But it is important for us as Black women to take care of ourselves. Look at how much we accomplished driving ourselves into the ground. So we're going to choose ritual over reaction and worrying our gut into a fiddle string. Because all worry does is what? It's worshiping the problem. It's manifesting. It's like all that energy, like, oh, who is texting me? This is weird. I'm sorry. Somebody that I don't know is texting me. Oh, and I better get ready to go. But y'all, this is really important. I want us to choose ritual over reaction. The mainstream media, like, they use us, especially Black women, like, they love keeping us scared and stressed out. They really do, because they know that we're looking out for the collective, right? So we're going to be doing things to take care of ourselves. It can only yield good results because y'all, I'm sorry these people felt like they needed to burn it down. It's not like we didn't do everything we could. And it's not like we're not still doing everything we can. We're just doing it safely for us, for a change for the first time. And everyone's going to have to get over it. They're going to have to adapt, adjust, and evolve. Other people are going to have to learn how to fight. We know how to fight. Other people are going to have to learn how to fight. The same way we as Black women have to learn how to be still, how to be observant, how to sit in our stillness and wait for wisdom or wait for messages from the ancestors, or focus on the collective, or organize, or build. We have so many things, Black women, like, I think we're uniquely constituted to fix, like education, possibly our political system. But we got to take care of ourselves first, because we're not doing the same crazy stuff. Choose our rituals over reactions. Take spiritual baths. Pray over boundaries. You know, connect with your ancestors. They have lived through worse times than these. Ask for guidance, for wisdom. You know, like, I love giving y'all journal prompts. I try to give you as many as I can in the podcast. Here's a journal prompt for you. How do I want to show up for justice without throwing myself in the fire? We're going to get creative. How do I show up? How do I want to show up for justice without throwing myself in the fire? It is okay that we feel that way. Take care of your body. Take time with your skincare, your nighttime routine, your sleep hygiene. I'm telling you, light a candle. When you're doing your moisturization at night, y'all know how we do. Use the oil. Say, I deserve this softness, because we do as Black women. Turn off the news. Read Toni Morrison's. Read an audiobook. Read jazz. Tar Baby. Always wonderful to appreciate Toni Morrison's genius. Listen to the Hey It's Halicue podcast. Okay. Laugh. Your joy is medicine. We have plenty of medicine we need to administer ourselves. We can do it through laughter. And text another Black woman. Say, let's rest this weekend. Let's watch something dumb. I am trying to figure out how to do watch parties with y'all, because I stare at screens like a little bit too much, but I love being in community with y'all. So I'm trying to figure out how we can do movie watching parties, especially as, like, we know Bridgerton's getting ready to come back out. There's all kind of good shows getting ready to come back out. Now, I want you all to, before I got to go, because I got to pick my husband up from the airport because he's back from his trip. He did his the Harvard Business School reunion. He did his high school reunion. He got to see some friends. He got to see his mom, who's not doing well. He got to see my favorite sister-in-law. Like, so he's had a good time. And it was great being here with just the girls. I was up late with y'all. I want y'all to tell me how you're choosing peace this week. Okay. Go to either one of my last two videos. Tell me how you're choosing peace and put it in the comments. Let me see. Join the subscriber community and we can talk about it, like, in the back channel. Okay. And I'm putting all the contact information. They'll be in the comments of my last two posts. Oh my God, 29 messages. Toni Morrison is that girl. Yes, I do save the lives. Thank you, Indigo, for asking. I do save the lives. The lives, you can watch the live replays on YouTube. So that's where you can go for that under Hey It's Halicue. And I'm so sorry. The videos aren't super fancy. I'm behind on my thumbnails. So I got to put the thumbnails. He did miss me. I know he did, but we've been married long enough. Like, I don't want to go hang out with his friends. Harvard Business School was the most miserable 2 years. They're probably some of the most miserable years of our marriage. Like we were very young and nobody else was married. There was hardly any black people, but you know what black person was there? Um, and I feel like he helped make this monster. Y'all remember when the stunt queen in chief had that show, The Apprentice? One of the first people, one of the people that made the last two like contestants, Kwame, was in my husband's class at like business school. Anyway, I have a lot of negative associations with that place. I don't like it back east, like for real, like that. Uh, and so he can, yeah, I missed him very much. I'm glad he's coming back, and his flight was delayed. Thank you. Y'all know yellow is my power color. It's my favorite color. I don't know if it does a whole lot for me, but I want y'all to protect your energy. LA is a trap. Y'all, stunt queen of a president will say anything. He's loud, he's reckless, he's shallow, but we are deep. We're timeless, we're strategic, and we're not showing up the same way. We're not reacting the same way. You know, we're not marching to be seen. We're moving to be felt. Okay. We're caring for our safety. We know that our rest is sacred. And people even on here like, rest isn't revolution. I'm like, okay, sweetheart, you're 25. Okay. You know, like, okay, darling. Some of y'all still want to do it that way. That's okay. That's okay. Thank you for the heart. You know, like I also remember, what's his name? Sean, what's the dude, the young white man cosplaying being black, and he's an activist, and it turns out he was like a scam artist. I also realized that a lot of this old ways of doing things. Oh, kind regards and best wishes. How are you, my dear? Very good. I don't know if y'all talking to each other, if y'all talking to me. That's wonderful. I love when y'all are social in the comments. Okay. So yeah, we're doing it different. Sean King, yes. Yes, Sean King. Like that's when we all realized, oh, for some of y'all, this is a hustle. The same way it's the church is a hustle for some people, you know? So yeah, we're not doing it the same way anymore. Things have, again, black women have had to adapt to adjust and evolve, and everybody else is going to have to too. That's just the way that's gonna go. That's what they gotta do. Hey, Tiffany. Girl, I'm sorry I gotta go. I really have to go, and I gotta go right now. I gotta go pick up my husband. Oh, I hate driving at night, y'all. I may look a little bit younger than I am, but when I tell y'all I do not want to drive at night, like I'm 52, y'all. Why is the picking up from the airport so important? You know, I've never understood that. Like, it is so important to everybody. I've never gotten it. I will get in an Uber. Like, I don't care. You could stay in bed. I'm happy to go get them, but Jesus. Okay. Anyway, like I do not. Okay, I'm being old and lame. All right, I love y'all like play cousins. Y'all go look at the video. We're gonna be going live again tomorrow night. And me neither. I know, because I love looking at the analytics. Like I know most of my audience is like, y'all, we're all the same age. I love it. Like I love it. I know with some young guns in here occasionally, but I love it. So I know y'all know how I feel. Like I'm so excited to see him. I do not want to get on the highway, but at least I'm not having to go to the Oakland airport. All right. Love y'all like play cousins. As I say every single time, y'all listen to the podcast. There's a new episode. I hope you enjoy it. Apple Podcasts, Spotify. It's Halicue. Go to any platform. Y'all, if you want to listen to me run my mouth, go to any platform, type in Halicue. You'll find me. It's a very unique name. It's one of the only great things about being an entrepreneur. I don't have to worry about people buying my name from up under me. But so go listen to it, and to all the beautiful, bold, the brilliant Black women of the 92%, and to everyone that loves us and supports us, our accomplices, our loved ones, all the love in my heart, and to everybody else. I want you to have the day you voted for. Okay. I want you to have the week you voted for, the month you voted for, the season, the year. Because y'all gonna have some years dealing with what you did. So may you start reaping what you sowed right now. All right. I love y'all. I gotta go. Gotta get on the road. All right. Love y'all. Good night. Good night, YouTube. Good night. Mwah.